I know. You're thinking GoDaddy. GoDaddy is the most popular domain registrar like in the world. Of course. You would think that would be the top domain registrar. Nope.
Business on a bike with Brooks. Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure GoDaddy would disagree with me on that. It's the place that most beginners go to get their domains, and that's okay, that's fine. But did you know that there are almost 3,000 domain registrars? That's companies that are like GoDaddy, where you can actually go and purchase your domain names. And these are not just random companies, but they're companies that are approved by this international organization called ICANN that actually approves these registrars to allow them to sell these domain names. And I'm gonna tell you some of my favorites. All right, I'll go ahead and tell you from the top that as of the recording of this video and all of this year, all of 2025, I've been purchasing all of our domain names from a company called Spaceship. And I've been in the process of moving all of my names over to them. I have like 170 or so domain names. Right now I'm in the process of like transferring names over to them as they come due, and I buy all my new ones there. A company I did not even know existed a few years ago, but it's become my favorite domain registrar. Now, quickly, I'll tell you about them. They're owned by another giant registrar called Namecheap. Maybe you've heard of Namecheap before. It would probably come up in a kind of a top 5 results if you were looking for places like if you saw GoDaddy on a list. Namecheap would probably be on this list. Spaceship is owned by Namecheap, like not purchased by them, but started from scratch. I have my own theory on that. My theory is that the tech that Namecheap was, that like the infrastructure that it's built on is like older, and they wanted to just build like lightning fast, great infrastructure, great user experience. My theory is that they started from scratch, that they just said, hey man, we're gonna build a whole new platform. And I think that's what they did. I haven't heard them say that, but from the user experience, which is pretty good, that's what my gut says that they've done. Now you can get domains there for, as of recording this video, less than $10. You can actually, as of recording this video, you can transfer domains to them for like $8 with a code, and I'll make sure I put a link down below with that code and everything. No guarantees that stays or that their pricing stays. You know, these things change, but my experience has been great with them. All right, I'll tell you another one that's great, and it's actually who I had my domains with before Spaceship. It's called Porkbun. Again, 4 years ago, had no idea Porkbun existed, but it's a great company. It's fun, it's quirky, they have like fun jokes online. I feel very secure with how they, you know, 2-factor authentication to get you to log in, they protect your domains. Great, they've been great to deal with. It's just $2 or $3 more or something than Spaceship. So it's like, I don't know, I think it's like $11 or something like that. So if you have 100 names, you know, it's $200 or $300 for like literally just the service of having them hang out there. So great company. If you want to pay, you know, a few extra dollars, go for it. They actually don't have a referral program, which is, you know, part of what probably got me looking at other registrars, because I was like, hey, I want to refer you guys and like be able to like get rewarded for it, and they didn't have a program. So that's, you know, that's a bummer thing about it, but nothing but good things to say about them. Another top company is Dinadot. Dinadot has a ton of domains under their roof where people go and register them there. I have a few there from where I've purchased domains from someone else, and so I have an account there where they were able to just like push those domains over to my account. So I like them. A little bit more expensive as well. They have a cool tool. Now let me tell you about this tool. I actually was interested in looking to, I was looking to build this tool out when I found out that, oh, Dinadot has this. I think maybe it was the CEO like commented, they were like, hey, we actually have this built into our platform. What it is a watch list. So you can say, hey, maybe you're looking at a domain that you want, it's not available. Well, you can add it to this list in Dinadot, to your list, a watch list, and they'll let you know in the future. It could be like a year from now that like, hey, potentially this is gonna become available. And it becomes available, and you know, you could then register it. Super cool. It's a neat built-in tool. Now, admittedly, I have the watch list, and then if there's something I want to register, I'll just go over to Spaceship and register it there. But it's a beautiful tool for them. It's built in. It can, like, you know, it's great for existing customers and then for new people as well. It really helps improve the stickiness of that platform. All right, if we were to make a list of like, let's say the top 25, there's no need to do that because like honestly, the more choice is kind of confusing. But in that list, if there were a list of top 25, you would have companies like Wix and Squarespace. So like they would be in there. What domains are for them, because those companies are website builders, what domains are for them is a way to just like capture a customer. Now maybe they make a few bucks on the domains as well. I think their pricing is more expensive as well than Spaceship, but they sell a ton of domains because, well, they're selling websites. And what do people need when they make a website? Well, they need a domain name. So it's kind of just brilliant of them to get into that business and become a registrar. Now, even if you used Wix or Squarespace, why would I not buy my domain from them? Tell you my reason. My reason is that I want my domain name separate from my website. I want to be able to control the settings in my domain name. So I want to be able to point it wherever I want to point it. And if you allow control to whoever is also has your website and is hosting it, you have to go through them to change settings, and you just don't have ultimate control. So I just love having control myself. Currently, even with Spaceship, who I don't use their hosting service or their email, although, oh my gosh, the pricing is crazy. I'm actually looking to move some websites over to them, to their hosting service, just to test it out and see how it goes. But I feel like I've given you more than enough, even if there's just like five options. Look at them. Just, you don't have to use GoDaddy. You don't have to. I know they're big, they're great, they're helpful. They're one of the oldest, but they're just not one of the best, man. Sorry, GoDaddy. See you guys.
Business on the Bike with Brooks. Yeah.